let's let it rock, man. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a great pleasure having you guys here. You know, man, listen, I'm doing way too much already. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. Let me start over. Okay, and this is that type of day. And before I even get started, happy Fourth. You know, if you celebrate, you don't celebrate. Listen, it don't matter. Don't matter. Like for me, everything is a celebration. So the fifth, the third, the second, whatever the fuck, or if you're into, you know what I'm saying. Listen, all I'm saying is, you know what I'm saying, like celebrate, motherfucker. But anyway, again, let me try to do this to do this one more time. All right, welcome. If this is your first time, I go by the name of Leslie. I am a spiritual healer, but that also goes to tell you, nigga, would I even finish? That's how excited I am today. But anyway, um, man, welcome. So as a spiritual healer, so what I do pretty much is that I help you to become Christ-like, Buddha-like, Krishna-like. And what all of that, those fancy term means is that I help you to become a fully developed human being. And you do that pretty much by gaining or understanding or having the deepest understanding of who you are. And that's what becoming conscious pretty much is all about. To be the bright one, the shiny one, the true Illuminati, the Christ, the salt of the light of the world, or the salt of the, you know what I'm saying, that flavor, however you want to put it. It requires of you to dig more inside of you. But anyway, that's what I help you with. And as you can see already, and if you truly pay attention to what I'm saying is, by you being a fully developed human being, I'm just adding quality to your life. You know what I'm saying? I'm making you, you have no excuses but to be as beautiful as you can. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, nigga. I stay on my beauty shit. You feel me? Stay handsome out there, man. And again, all of that comes down to your essence. And once you fully embrace and know who you are, oh my God, like when they tell you the fruit of the Spirit, which is who you are, compassion, joy, love, happiness, and all that good shit, and that's what you're going to end up projecting, because that's what you become in alignment with. And as a spiritual healer, man, can you tell I got a lot going on? Like, that's what I got myself involved in. That's the job that I'm doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that's why I always tell people, my job already speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, to talk about beauty, you got to be beautiful. Like, one of my greatest lines, to the pure is pure. You feel me? And listen, man, and what this video is going to be all about, it's about you your relationship with your divinity. You intertwining with yourself, those divine quality in you. And that's how you find your treasure. And that's the treasure that I'm talking about. Like, I've been in connection with my divinity. It's just, oh man, it's out of this world. This is where now I know I can't do no wrong. I don't think you understand. It's not that, and I don't have that, sinful mentality, I'm falling short. No. All of my so-called falling shorts, they're just set up for something bigger. So, like I always tell people, and this is a matter of growth, and that's where I could tell where you are in terms of your growth too. Accountability is the beginning stage. Of course you need to have that accountability, because it's allowing you to be aware of what's taking place, because you are the way. So those are the beginning stages. But once you pass that and you start growing spiritually, There's no accountability that needs to be taken. Now you understand everything. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to make that mistake for you to be who you are, man. Now, granted, would you make the mistake again? I mean, you could go, on one hand, I had to make it to see it, but you also learn better to not to repeat that. So it's not a matter of would you have done it the same way again. It's like, if you were to ask me a dumb question, like a question like that, like, it may sound intelligent to you, but it's actually dumb. And what makes it dumb is because, listen, man, because of where I got now. So would I on purpose make the same mistake again? No. But has that mistake served me? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I guess it comes down to what's the question that you're asking. Because your mistakes are supposed to serve you. I mean, should you want to make a mistake again? It doesn't make any sense. Not after I know what I know. But for me to know what I know, if it required for me to make those type of mistakes, listen, I'll be gladly do it again. So it's how you asking the question, to be honest. But ultimately, what we're truly talking about here is that once you get that up to that other level, listen, everything is needed. Everything is needed. I had to go to A for me to get to B. But the true thing here, or the bottom line, is this. It's not necessarily the mistakes, but it's that ability to learn and transform as these mistakes are taking place. So it's almost like, you know how they say you got to kill the old Jew? Well, I mean, the old Jew's never really dead. It's been transformed. I mean, being a man, doesn't take away, like I always tell people, it's one thing to be childlike and to be childish. Does that make any sense? I mean, it does, but, But the bottom line of what I'm saying here, man, being you, it's embodying all of that. And as a spiritual healer, what I do pretty much, and when I'm talking about you becoming Christ-like, that's what you're embodying. That's what you're becoming. It's not you being one-sided. But in fact, it's you embracing all of you. And that's what this shit's all about. And then by you embracing all of you now, what you're doing pretty much, then you acknowledge there's a non-physical aspect of you. Come on, we all know it. How do you neglect your dreams? How do you neglect, certain things that we do that is part of us? So you can't really suppress or negate the fucking spiritual side of you. There's a part of you, and then as you start to acknowledge that, then you realize it's all about that. That's why when they tell you, as a man thinketh, so he becomes. Again, this idea is reflecting your essence. It's not even an idea, but for lack of better terms, let me just say this idea. Because it's reflecting all of us. And I'll be talking about spirituality shortly. I don't even think I'll be talking about spirituality because I want to delve into what I'm talking about now. But then again, it's all connected. And this is why I always take the time, even though no matter how long it takes, I know just by doing that or saying or talking about this alone would help you, would give you the inner vision to start looking at yourself from beyond the physical. And that's the point. It was that urge that got me here. It was that, like me knowing there was something more. I couldn't put my finger in it, But as I was being alive and experiencing and growing, oh man, I'm saying a whole lot, man. I got a mouthful today. Mm. Can you see why I'm so happy today? Oh, I got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about. But anyway, let's center ourselves here for a second, okay? Now, welcome, motherfuckers, okay? And what I have realized is that for you to become that Christ-like or to have that holistic perspective, you need to become mentally and emotionally balanced. And the reason being is your emotions plays a part on how you see life. And this is the crazy shit, like you wouldn't even think about. Do you see what I'm saying? When you have a bad experience, or you were bitten by, or you got, you were bitten by a dog early on in life, it changes your perspective in a lot of things that you do, especially relating to fucking dogs. If you were bitten by a dog, so your emotions plays a big part on, that would, may translate in you having your kids, and then now they want to have dogs. Now, they're not allowed to have dogs. And them not knowing the cause, I mean, hey, nigga, fuck dogs. Or you may also decide to open up your world. But the bottom line of what I'm saying here is that, there's an impact. Your emotions have an impact on you and how you see life. A lot of people are not open to fall in love again because their heart was broken. And like I tell people, man, for you to find love, you have to learn how to fall in love with a broken heart. Meaning it was broken, but the openness or the willingness for you to be open to do it again because you learn your lesson. Not because it didn't hurt you. And then now you realize pain comes with lessons. What breaks your heart open up your mind, your vision. Then you realize, listen, hey, me loving you was not the issue. You have people, it's not because you love them. Nah, they're not open to your love. Your love got nothing to do with you loving them or not. The reason why they say hurt people, it's not because you hurt, you would automatically hurt others. Because I've been hurt, but I don't hurt other people. The idea of them telling you hurt people is because at this point, when you don't realize that you've been hurt, when you have not dealt with that pain, then you will definitely bleed on other people. Just like they say, you know what I'm saying? Like when you know what I'm saying? Like I can't recall the way to say the way that shit was being said, but technically, if you have a wound, you don't take care of it, you're gonna bleed on somebody else. I guess I'm saying it right by me saying I don't even remember how it's being said. I mean, well, if that's not the way they said it, nigga, this is the way I'm saying this shit. Do you see what I'm saying? Which has nothing to do with love in itself. You don't know, and this is what you also, that's why it's important for you now. And then something as simple as just you having a relationship becomes more than just a fucking relationship. You know why? Because there is more to us than what we appear to be. You think, oh, well, yeah, guess what? Okay, your mom was not, and then you realize, that's why people talk about breaking generational curses or patterns, however the fuck you choose to look at it. All of these things are indications, and again, showing you about us, that we are more than just what we appear to be. So that's why when people talk about human beings, man, it's like, man, it's a whole lot. To master yourself, that means you master not just what you look like, but what you don't look like. What goes beyond what you look like. Your emotions, your early disappointments. How is that shaping you to see life? So your emotions have a direct impact on how on how you see this thing called life. When you hear bitches telling you, man, what the fuck love got to do with this? Nigga paying me, you know what I'm saying? And now they're trying to cover this that's just void with like money. It's like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, since when, bro? I don't give a fuck. Yo, there's certain conversations, there's certain connection that you do that money cannot. Listen, man, come on. Like, even to even talk about this, it's a conversation that is not even satisfying in itself. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, you could say whatever the fuck you want, but let's be honest, man. Like, to even think money is gonna solve all your problems, that's crazy. That's you not knowing who you are. This is why people who actually have those money would tell you, you know what, would like take a guy like 50 Cent, you know what I'm saying, I tells you, yo, man, success cost him. In other words, he's telling you nothing's for free. But not just that, like what you're calling success, like, you know what I'm saying, like you've received, we have all heard of these things. And these nutty niggas are not telling you this to be modest. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyler Perry got sued for $260 million. Nigga, I'm not telling you the nigga is gay, the nigga's not gay. Like, alright, if, let's just say hypothetically, if that nigga was a broke gay nigga, do you think this nigga would have sued him for that much? And that's what Biggie was telling you by more money, more problems, nigga. Steve Harvey told you the same shit. More money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? The thing with Shannon Shaw. Come on, man. The bitch is a hoe trying to sue the nigga for, you know what I'm saying? This is why in America, man, yo, nigga, listen. You gotta be sharp. You gotta stay on top of your game. Because you also have sharks that are, you know what I'm saying, niggas gonna get paid, man. That's what I'm saying. Yes, can you, when you have money, can you make better decisions? Yeah, all that shit. You're still gonna be a target, bro. You gotta look at it from both perspectives. You know what I'm saying? Looking at it from a perspective of nigga too, man, like, who doesn't even have his fucking privacy, man? Like, what the fuck, man? I understand I may make you laugh. I understand I played the movie that inspired you. But goddamn, my nigga, do you not want me to be a human being? Like, Bow Wow, I was watching this shit, had to take his daughter early before the malls fucking open. Like, my nigga. I mean, that's not crucial to you? Again, I understand you become a star, you deal with all that shit. That's not what we're talking about here. All I'm trying to tell you is, again, having the ability to look at things from both perspectives. So now you're not being fooled and becoming Christ-like. That's what this shit is all about. Seeing it from both perspectives. You know, I hear it, you know, I hear when people tell me, you know, more money don't give you more problems. I understand that part. Yes, you know, you're doing better. Yeah. But the other part, just like, you know what I'm saying, can you imagine? If you remember when Kevin Hart was being sued, whatever the fuck. And of course, what nigga, you know what I'm saying, went out to a party, the bitch was sitting on top of him. Hey, man, it's shit, nigga. Are you being honest or whatever the fuck? I don't know, but I'm just gonna be honest, right? Like, I don't know, like, certain things wouldn't happen to me too, to be honest, while we're talking about honesty. And this is where I'm being humble too. It's not because I'm somehow some Superman type of shit, but it's because I know the game. Not only that I know the game, but, you know, I embrace the divine side of me more. But here's something else too. Because I do that, that's why I can sympathize with other niggas. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not telling you I'm better here, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know how I would move. Even though I've been put in situations, hey nigga, man, what you gonna do? Yeah, that part. And when my story comes out too, nigga, you gonna know. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why when you choose the spirit, man, you know, there's a difference between a nigga who's being confident and arrogance, man. When you're arrogant, there's no confidence in you. When you're confident, I know my own abilities. I'm not inflating myself. I'm not thinking I'm better than, I'm not thinking that I'm more than what I am. Confidence is not, it's you knowing what you got. I know I can do this. I know I could be better than this. Whereas arrogance now, this is a motherfucker that's saying that is better than who he think he is. Those are two different perspectives. But anyway, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. I mean, shit, nigga. I've been tapping in like ever since I woke up this morning. Man, the month of July, listen, man. It's that time. It's like every time was that time, but that time was something, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm seeing what was that time was like. And every time is so precious in itself because there's always something precious within that time. But this time, oh man, leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. So now let's go back to the whole, again, how your emotions has an impact on how you see things. But that also goes to show you your vision, your sight, your understanding, the way you look at this life. That's what makes you spiritual. When you're looking at the essence of all these things and how you operate, how you understand, as a man thinketh, so becomes his life. When people are telling you how important school is to open up your horizon, yeah, it's true. Well, not just school, unfortunately, they're telling you what to think. You know, it's a copy of the true thing, which is, you know, how you, man, who you truly are. But anyway, let's center this thing right back into what we're talking about here. You know, as a spiritual healer, you know, I help you being Christ-like. That's what this is all about. Buddha-like, Krishna-like, or fully developed. That's what these people were. When Jesus is telling you, hey man, a man cannot live alone off of bread or dick and pussy. But you also want to hear the words that's coming out of God's mouth, man. It's telling you about your essence. This is not saying, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, not to eat or not to have a beautiful car. But as you're having that beautiful car, you also recognize there's something greater in you. And this is ultimately, you know, oh man, I'm getting way ahead of myself. But when we're talking about, you know, successfully being fully developed, it's like, I have a beautiful car. Do I love it? Yes. Does it define who I am? No. There's a difference between, do you see what I'm saying? When you understand that, that's when the things that are desirable at the same time becomes undesirable. This is not about, you know, oh man, I mean, I know what they're saying, but I'm just saying this because of the word itself. I understand when the Buddhists talk about, you know, detachment. I definitely understand it. But because they mention the word detachment, it's almost kind of like, you know, it's telling you, It's the idea of when Jesus tell you being in the world but not of the world. And that's how I look at the word when they're talking about detachment. It's not that you're not living. It's not that you're not experiencing who you are. So for me, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, but ultimately what I'm truly saying here, so that's why for me, I understand what they mean by it. But ultimately, truly what this is saying, it's like being in the world, not of the world. It's not that you're not living your life. It's not that, let's just say, if you're in Christ, you're not driving a beautiful car. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't mean you fucking stupid. No, what that is shit, nigga. Like, for me, I loved cars, bro. I love watches. I don't do this, so I could show other people, hey, look at how many watches I got. And in fact, shit, I don't have the money to buy expensive watches. But I have a watch for a different, let's just say, for a different outfit that I'm wearing. And I do it. I love the design. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I do shit like that, but that doesn't define me. And I'm not gonna be like, yo, man, I mean, what you got? Or, do you see what I'm saying? Besides, all my shit is not expensive anyway, so I can do that to you. But you find niggas that will tell you, okay, I got this watch. What you got on? Like, I remember this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, that was my dog, though. I definitely had to bark on him, right? So, we go to certain clubs. Like, he always knew I was, not respected, but acknowledged. I mean, respected too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm stepping in. You would think I got 2-3 fucking tables in there. You know what I'm saying? But it's the vibe. It's the love that I'm getting. It's who I am, right? And then that nigga, you know what I'm saying? He always see how I moves, right? That nigga told me, man, yo, I'm right here where you at. And I knew what it was, like, because as I stepped in, right? And then he said he was right here. He was talking about, you know what I'm saying, my table's right there where you at. You know what I'm saying? Where your table's at. That nigga. Hey, slow down, nigga. I'm like, shit, nigga. I'm the building, nigga. This nigga, you talking about a section. I'm the building. Fuck you talking about? Do you see what I'm trying to say? That kind of shit, man. It's like, man, it's you see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people too who has money. They have collections depending on what they look, but it's not the money that makes a connection. I mean, if that was the case, like I told you, I love watches, nigga. I probably got about 5-10 watches. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a combination of, the real ones and then the fake ones. If you know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say is not just the name. It's just, for me, it's the design that I like. I'm like, oh, shit. I like that. Dope. You know what I'm saying? And then, But anyway, why am I saying all of this? I'm saying all of that to let you know, like, being spiritual, nigga. It's not like, to be in the world and not of the world. I mean, it doesn't mean like I don't enjoy certain things or there's certain things I don't like. Like, what it means is that I don't identify with these things. But yes, do I like them? Like, who would like? How do you get the idea of because you love Christ you got to be poor? Like, what? Who says that? To be spiritual, you got to be broke? Come on, my niggas. Nah, man, nah. See, if you're saying that, then you don't understand your essence. But I'm saying all of that for a reason, though, because where I'm truly trying to go with this is trying to get you to see that you are more than what you appear to be. I'm saying that to also tell you, let's just say if you got the jets, the yachts, whatever the fuck, my nigga, none of them's gonna give you happiness anyway. And this is why, and this is what I was trying to say to those niggas who think, does money give you happiness? To a certain level, yes. But is money happiness? Motherfucker, no. Would you want to have money? Nigga, why the fuck not? Yes. Do you see what I'm saying here? It's like, don't be put in a box. Don't look at it from one perspective. And this is what a lot of people do. They just look at the money and nothing else. There's nobody, you show me who's a millionaire, who's just doing money, who's just making money. You don't just make money, bro. You got to do something for it. Either you own a basketball team or what you're calling the elite, whatever the fuck. There's something going on, bro. And if there's something going on, so you can't make money just to make money. So this is why we always tell people, man, you got to find your passion. And for me, as I found my passion, I know what it is. When I tell people I'm successful, a lot of them don't get it. I don't know, but I understand. Because your expectation of being successful, I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? And just so you know, I got all of it too. But I knew I was successful way before that. Now, if you want to say the energy, it's all about the energy, you wouldn't be wrong. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you a perfect example, man. Like, I always knew I was who I was. People trying to convince me. And just to give you a little bit of background about me, you know what I'm saying? Not to go too deep into myself. But like, I am literally what is a poor millionaire looks like. But who has always been a millionaire. But who's never been poor, but he was also a poor millionaire. Money never defines me. And guess what? I was never poor neither. Although I was raised with poor people, their poor mentality. So when I was to tell them, man, I'm rich, and they knew I was rich, they used to laugh because I always tell them the truth. They couldn't understand my frequency. They never got it. And I hope I'm not confusing you too. But it is what it is. Those who have hey, listen, man. You don't have to understand everything, baby. In due time, just take what's for you now, man. But those of you who understand this, listen, man. You are who you are. And that's when I understand what it's like, that abundance. You know what I'm saying? I am that Cinderella. You know what I'm saying? Energy. Lived in poverty, always had money, but yet, there's a difference. Like, that's how I tell people, man. You could hit rock bottom, but rock bottom never hit you. Now, the people that I was raised with, right, who knew about the money that I have, who never told me about anything. I remember this lady, after I lost my car, maybe she must have felt a little bit bad, right? She was trying to get me to get another car. But she wanted to make sure that it was her doing it. And then she told me, as we were getting that, and then, that was, with the fucking pandemic, you know what I'm saying? She was trying to shit on me because she has no value. She told me, you know what? Not having any money, man, it's like you being like a dog, like you're like animals. You can't do what you want to do. And I replied to her, bitch, and she's been stealing from me. This is somebody who's stealing my money. Oh man, so bad for these people. They have no idea what's coming. She went and got a fake power of attorney against me, like I'm crazy. I don't know the doctor. The doctor never, like, none of that shit. Of course, they did all that shit behind me. And this bitch told me that. Now, clearly, you know you're stealing from me. If there's somebody who ain't shit, it's you. Because clearly, you had to sign for me because you were stealing from me. Not because I didn't have it. Because you didn't tell me what I have. But that's cool because I didn't know it. You know what I turned around and told her? I'm like, nah, baby girl. You the one who ain't shit. And guess what? It's like, I always been telling these motherfuckers the truth. And they know it too. So, in other words, they couldn't even beat me in my sleep when I was not even aware of what was taking place. They couldn't beat me then. And now that I know what's taking place, I'll leave that up to your imagination. And by the way, they even lost behind my back. They losing on the court case. What they were trying to say, that I was stupid, whatever the fuck, that power of attorney. And then, you know, they called the fucking FBI on me too. It's like they did everything to fuck themselves up. You lying on somebody that you know that don't do certain things. So you think they were just going to arrest me without investigating? If I'm a drug lord, don't you think they would want to know that? I mean, they would need to have some evidence besides you just saying it. Don't you think that? But anyway, we're not even going to go there, right? Man, idiots. Idiots is just a whole other, like, species. Don't be an idiot. Yeah, if you're watching me, man, don't be an idiot. It wouldn't benefit you, man. You'll be throwing the rock and expecting it to fall on somebody else's head, and that shit's gonna fall off right on your head, man. Don't do that. I mean, shit. I'll leave that up to you, nigga. But anyway, making a long story short, right? And that's what they're saying. To who? And then when she said that to me, I'm like, nah, bitch. No. Money don't define nobody, man. You have people who were born even poor. Like, when Shaq tells you he's from Newark or Trenton, nigga, if you never been in Jersey, then you wouldn't know. You heard? You would know. Like, nigga, like, man, I shit nigga from Haiti, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm on that. But nigga, I've been blessed not to live in motherfucking Trenton, nigga. When that nigga tells you he from Trenton, I don't think you understand, nigga. The gang culture. Oh, man. Like, man. And let me say this. I used to take the ghetto for granted because I never lived in it, you know, and this is no floss, this is none of the shit, you know what I'm saying? And I never been rich neither in terms of, you know, obviously, you know, I never knew what I had, you know what I'm saying? I always struggled, and the places that I lived, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's shit, nigga. Even when I did my undergrad shit, I was always a fly nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yo, nigga, like, when doing my undergrad, nigga, I was pushing a CCS, nigga, I always been a fly nigga. See, that's why they had to sabotage my life. Because now they're saying that I can't control myself, I don't know how to manage money, I don't know all that shit, and by these stupid motherfuckers. You know? But anyway, because let's not Okay, let's get back to because it was story time. That's how I'm feeling. Anyway, money does not define you, man. What you do for money, you do it badly. And nobody could just make money just by making money. And even them, they're gonna go to jail and all that shit. You know what they had to do? Fraud. So it's not like they're just trying to steal my money just as trying to steal it. They had to forge documentation. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They're all criminals. You know, criminals do criminal shit to get money. So again, just to get money, you can't just get money just to get money, bro. It's an exchange. Like, these people, they're trying to get my money. They are criminals by doing criminal shit. And let me say that to you too. And listen, man, the FBI, or, you know, these niggas, you know what I'm saying, the alphabet boys, right? They have this saying. And let me tell you, the more I meditate on that shit, these niggas are right. They tell you criminals are stupid. Like, for the most part, the criminal motherfuckers are stupid motherfuckers. Man, let me tell you, man, that shit is, I don't know. I would have to say that shit's 99.9999% true, bro. Straight like that. Straight like that. I could see why. And understand why too. Now, do you know this same lady who was robbing me as a kid, by the way? Just to show you how the moral compass, these people have no morality, bro. To steal from a kid and not even to tell that kid who is, who is not. When we talk about criminals, bro, this is what true criminal is. But I'm not even gonna go there. Now, this bitch, she was lucky enough, and that was the time when I was living in Haiti, right? She had a friend who, just like her, was poor, came from the countryside, poor, but came to Port-au-Prince and made something out of his life. He became a businessman, and he was trying to help her to become business too, like to get into business. Help her to open up a business. You pay me later. This is the type of dude, he was a real nigga. And that's why I love this nigga. When I love this nigga, they used to say, you know, I love him because of what he had. Man, listen, nigga. There's nothing in me that's built like that. I saw his heart. But anyway, that's whatever the fuck. And if I love that nigga too, I love him because he's like me. What you trying to hide from me, he got the same thing I got. How about that, nigga? For you. But anyway, who was trying to teach her the fundamentals, how to grow, how to become rich. Trying to tell him, hey, she wanted to buy a house. Niggas said, hey, slow down. No. Dude, think about this, man. You got the best of the best. The guy who became a millionaire, who's teaching you. The bitch was like, oh, no. I don't want to learn. I'd rather be a bad person. I have my sacrifice. This bitch could have been a millionaire. But this bitch was like, because when she claimed to be my mother, understand this, not because she was my biological mother, but it's because she, you know, I was her sacrifice. And she thought she was going to sacrifice me to get into, to somehow get what I was supposed to get, and then, you know, switch our destiny. Is that right? Is that right, Effa? Wait, talk to me, wait. That's what you thought. And of course, man, what that family does, and to tell you about the whole criminal shit, they kill their other family members, have insurance on them, and that's what she's been doing ever since in Haiti. And then after she killed them, she would take the Bible, cry, pray, do all that shit, Because spirit was showing me there was a time, it was after she probably killed her own father. It was either her father and she could also kill her brother too. And this is everybody she's doing black magic who's against her. Right? She doesn't know what's going on. You don't understand why this shit's going left. You think you got it under control. Man, listen. Vous te comprenez pas? So now this bitch somehow thought the people she killed, but this is the funny shit. She's killing people, getting their insurance money, doing voodoo, and now, but she doesn't believe in God. Nor does she believe in those spirit. I mean, if you fucking with spirit, best believe if you give something, if you get something, you gotta give something. Who you trying to sacrifice me to? You have to lie to these people so them to do something bad to me, right? Now here's the bad news for you. I'm not even gonna say it. Let's see if it works. And I'm gonna tell you that it works, not on me. Look around you. Oh. I'm your biggest mistake. But anyway, you thought you had it all this time. They don't get it. You think you were hiding me in front of the world because they illegally kidnapped me. And my true family was looking for me too. Oh yeah, they came through and told me that. You know, and then my aunt too, my grandmother, she was the one protecting me. I had eyes on me. I didn't know that. She been protecting me, man. And now she passed away. Oh, you know what's going on. I'm like, man, this bitch not even talking to me right now. She only talked to me once. She showed me the will. And then she's like, son, I gotta take care of some shit. Well, you know what? If I'm lying, I'm flying. If I'm lying, well, come touch me. And I'm being humble, trust me. The shit I could have done, man, listen, man. And the shit I know, trust me, I'm being humble. Yes, you're right. I know more than what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you think I was stupid? Hey, wait. You thought I was stupid? But anyway, man. Making a long story short for you guys, man. I mean, we're gonna have a little story time, but this is some real shit too. If you know, you know. But don't worry about it. Just allow me to vent. You know what I'm saying? Just allow me to vent. Oh man, they don't know what's taking place. A complete 360 take place. You know, I knew what I had to do. I did that, and then that's all they were waiting on. They were just waiting on me to do one thing, and I did it. My niggas like, all right. You understand? Yo, if you, like, you guys know about wrestling, right? You know, this niggas is like, they were waiting for me to just go like this so they could tap my hand, right? And then as soon as you tap and then your people come in, that's all they were waiting on. They're like, oh nigga, and then they took me off. They took me off the stage everywhere else. Get the fuck out of here. We got this. That's why I tell these fuckers, man. You know, they think I'm doing. Listen, I could do to you. Yes, I can. And trust me, if it was me touching y'all niggas, it wouldn't be this long. But I trust my people too, because they're gonna make it, they're gonna make it more fun. And trust me, y'all have no idea. Man, anyway. So, why the fuck am I saying all of this, man? That was a point. But anyway, fuck with your ancestors, man. Fuck with your ancestors. And of course you gotta do what you gotta do. But for now, let's get you to be who you are. Let's get you to understand that you are more than the physical aspect of who you are. If you, let's just say hypothetically, right? When you learn how to drive to become a pilot, you drive in an airplane, that is a spirit. You are technically, and this is why what you see in the Matrix, when they said, I don't know how to drive it yet, and then make the call, and then zzz, that's what you're doing. So in voodoo, we talk always about different type of loi. Those are all spirits, because we understand anything that you tapping into, you're turning into that. And this is, 101. I'm gonna leave you with that, because when you talk about voodoo, you don't know what the fuck that shit is. You only know ritualistic shit. Chicken less. I mean chicken that doesn't have any head and shit. Let's be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. But you don't know the spiritual system, know what it means or anything behind it. And I'm just using the Matrix just to show you a little bit of voodoo that's taking place in it. The whole avatar, how the people was worshiping, it's not the tree, the energy behind the tree. That's voodoo, nigga. That's why us Haitian nigga, that's the vibe that we on. You know what I'm saying? Like a Haitian nigga, like before we move in a certain way, what you see in the Gladiator was all voodoo, nigga. When the nigga always pick up a piece of the fucking ground and smell it. That's some Haitian, because the ground talking to you, nigga. Which direction you gonna go? You go this direction, and that's what the fucking African niggas be doing in the safari. And that's what Chris Rock was saying. This nigga, you go this way, 3 miles, my friend. You find zebra, you find this, you find that. Respect the power, nigga. Respect the power. You could talk shit all you want about it. I get it. How can you be so ignorant, though? But it's okay. So, your interpretation of voodoo is Hollywood, nigga. You Hollywooden, nigga. But anyway. It's not even worth it. So now, for you to be Christ-like, Krishna-like, man, you have to embody all parts of you. Those are the different aspects of yourself. Those different spirit that you have. The ability to learn different things. And for you to learn it, like for me, like I always tell people, for me to communicate with you, I have to become American, bro. Do you know the reason why they tell you kids are able to speak a language better? Because they're not looking to translate. Translation simply means me, in my Haitian mind, speaking English to you. It doesn't make sense. That's why what makes it in Creole, what makes sense in Creole, is not going to make sense in English. So I have to learn what makes sense to you so I could say what makes sense to you in my Haitian way. I mean, I still get my Haitian thing off though. Nigga, you're always going to see the Haitian in me, nigga. I could guarantee you that. But that's because I've mastered whatever the fuck I mastered. But what I'm trying to say to you is, for me to make it make sense to you, nigga, I gotta be you. And this is why when we talk about language, man, it's more than just speaking something. So when you say my language, it's called a name, it's called English, you're stupid. You sound good. You have knowledge, you think you educating something. Nah, nigga, you labeling shit. You have no fucking understanding. You speak American. And that has nothing to do with the fucking accent. Because niggas in the South, niggas up north, they have different accents. But they speak American. You know when you're talking to a nigga from the South, you ain't talking to no island nigga. You know you ain't talking to no British nigga, are you? Or do you? Do you? All right then. That's what I'm saying. When you speak American, you may have different accents. Or you may say shit differently. But that's what you're speaking, nigga. But anyway. I forgot the point where I was going to go with this, because we got something good going on, man. But that's the passion. That's the love. I mean, shit, nigga. Listen, man, like, my spirit told me to get on no matter what, because sometimes spirit be doing that too. You know, like I may have something in mind, and then it's not about what I have in mind. Shit, well, we're going to rock the wheel until the motherfucking shit falls off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But most importantly, there's something for you here to pick up. There's something for you here to understand. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, there's a reason why, you know what I'm saying, even in those stories, they're showing you there's a level of understanding that comes, even when it comes to Haitian niggas. We speak a certain way, bro. So I understand, like, and just so you motherfuckers know, like, if you're saying Haitians speak Creole, right? Well, there's other type of Creole. There's other islands that speak Creole too. But they don't speak it the way we do. How is that fucking Creole, nigga? Yes, it is Creole too. But we speak Haitian. They speak, like, I know, well, because I've seen this documentary, like the old Trinidadian niggas, they used to speak Creole. And there was this other girl that I was talking to, man. I can't, shit. She speak Creole too, but her Creole was like, I'm like, yo, what do you mean when you say this? I'm like, oh, that's what you mean? Oh, shit, that's not what I mean when I say this. She called it Creole, I call mine Creole too. Do you see what I'm saying? You don't speak, it's not the name of the fucking language. You educated motherfuckers. Oh, the language is called this, it's called that. With your intellectual bullshit, stupid motherfucker. You like a smart, stupid nigga. Oh, those are the worst. The smart, stupid ones who got the knowledge, who thinks. They understand, they enunciating every single word like as if, you know, that makes you smarter than anything. You're just accumulating knowledge but no fucking wisdom. You worse than a stupid nigga who has no fucking knowledge at all. Fuck out of here. You know, and that's what you see. Even in your, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the so-called motherfuckers, and that's why these niggas too, man, they know how to mask themselves by using certain vocabulary word, how to expand your vocabulary and do all that shit as if like that's gonna do what? But anyway, man. The fakery, man. Like, this shit is fucking insane. A nigga. I speak Haitian and I speak American, nigga. That's what I speak. But anyway. Fucking dummies. So yeah. For you to be fully developed. What we're saying is, that's why spirituality is not against you going to a fucking party, you drinking. This is not against that. It's not behavior based. It's you understanding who you truly are. Like, and I did tell you guys that in my, you know, in a couple recordings that I made ago, like a couple ones that I made prior to this one, I was listening to this Haitian nigga and he was having fun, saying how people criticize him for drinking, and then he's looking at people who has not been drinking, who's dying, about telling him how he was gonna die drinking, and he's drinking, watching them dying, talking about his drinking. So before, what I'm saying here, motherfucker, I'm not sustaining that you should drink. I'm not supporting that you should drink. What I'm truly saying to you is, there is no fucking, it's not as black and white as you're trying to make it. It's not. It's not. And this is why, being conscious cannot be determined by your actions. Some people may choose to love themselves like I love myself. I drink and smoke, nigga. Then you're going to tell me that I don't love myself? Hey, maybe I don't. Do you see what I'm saying? According to you. You see, that's what I always tell people, man. The Chinese, they understand that. They talk about the drunken master. It's not advocating for drinking. It's not none of that. But when you fulfilled the transformation, when you go through that transformation, you know what to do. It will transform you a certain way. Some conscious niggas smoke. Other conscious niggas don't smoke. There's no one thing you'll say, if you're truly conscious, well, nigga, you don't smoke. If you're truly conscious, well, nigga, you do smoke. If you're truly none of that, no. It doesn't work that way. Just like you could be conscious and be poor, but you can also be conscious and be rich. Good people do bad shit. Bad people do good shit. When you start seeing life from that light, from that perspective, listen, man, that's why I tell people, man, I don't know. And I understand what Eddie Murphy been saying for years. The best advice is no advice. Not because he don't care about you, but what's the key to success? Nobody knows it, man. But so far, I'll tell you this. Everybody who has ever succeeded or to your, what you call success, who became a star, whatever the fuck, they've been them who they are. And the people who have not been who they are, guess what? That's when you always gonna hear certain shit about them. Such and such had to suck somebody's dick, take a 350 deal, sold. That's what you guys are calling, you sold your soul to the devil. Because you were not being you in your success. Do you even understand the shit that coming out of your mouth? Not my mouth, because you motherfuckers saying it. So technically you don't really have an issue with niggas who have success. So what you're saying is the niggas that are selling their soul. I get it. I understand. That's why I always tell people, even if you understand what you're saying, even in our language nowadays, we talk about, I got to download. You're not saying you had a revelation. At one point, that's what we used to say. But you saying that you have a download now, what I'm trying to say by this is that you have acknowledged, again, your connection. And as the era, the age of computer, whatever the fuck it is, and then you're able to see yourself in it. And this is also to say, too, every ages that we're going through, and this is what time is all about. True time, I guess we're going to call this a fucking compilation of everything. I had fucking something to talk about, but spirit is whatever the fuck. Let's just I'm going to just go with the flow, nigga. So true time, nigga, it's not 1900 and then, 2020, 25. Like, nah, nigga. That's not timing. Time has not changed. The sun has always, the 24 hours always been that. But when you're talking about cycles, that's different. Cycles meaning, and that's, if you want to talk in terms of time. Right now it's summertime, and then as that cycle keeps going, it's going to start getting cold. So we go through the same cycles. Like right now, we are what people are calling the Aquarius age, where you have a lot of information, where we came from different ages. That's how I look at time, for me. That's how I look at the collective consciousness. But not timing. Timing is bullshit. That shit does not exist in terms of if you're looking at the number of years. And they've been programming you like, and I've seen that shit all the time. I've seen this post where this guy saw flying cars. Like, for you, a flying cars is the future. Whereas there's no fucking future, nigga. That's why you have to understand. And again, I'll be talking about, being mentally balanced. Mentally balanced is understand the very environment that you're living in. That's why they've been programming you, even in movies like Back in the Future, showing you how the future is going to be, and all that shit is man-made. There's no fucking future that truly exists. And that's what the Matrix was telling you. Like, it comes in time. I don't know what time we're really in. They say is 2025. Well, nigga, maybe it might be whatever the fuck in terms of our evolution, and as a person. That's what this shit is talking about. Those ages, those cycles that we went through. Now there was a cycle where we build, industry and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Metals and all that shit. Then niggas telling you when they talk about developed countries. That's what that shit is. And then now you tend to look down on other countries that do not have that. Then now you're telling they have not developed. And then meanwhile, as part of your development, you eating, like, what are we known for? Food. What type of food are you eating? What type of food are you eating? So you could lie to yourself all you want, but then again, this is what true spirituality does. It's to help you to set yourself free, not to be caught up in those one-sided fucking argument or bullshit. So then again, to interact with your divinity, man, like, shit, that's truly what I wanted to talk about. But anyway, so now, okay, so let's just summarize a few things real quick. It's been about an hour here. Let's summarize a few shit so we could really talk, or get to talk about what we really need to talk about, right? So the reason why, for you to become Christ-like, you got to be mentally and emotionally balanced. Why is that? Because it helps you to, as you become mentally and emotionally balanced, you get to see different angles of one thing. So meaning you have a deeper understanding of what that thing is, instead of being one-sided. When you're all one-sided, well, that's exactly what it is. You don't see the full picture. Then you have a dualistic perspective. Then you have the war between good and evil. Then you have, Democrat, Republican. You have all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then the whole idea of debate too. It's like, I was watching Candace Owen had an argument with 20 motherfucking feminists, right? Like, yo, bro, it's like, at one point I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? I couldn't finish it. I finished up all of it. But it's like, what the fuck? And I'm also seeing the point that she's trying to make that she's not making. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that shit, but It's like it's that one-sided perspective. And even in what she was saying, because she had some good point. She was mentioning, I'll give you a perfect example, how this era, doesn't benefit women. That's essentially what she was saying. And I totally get it because I talk about it. But yet again, anyway, I'll let this shit alone, man. But all of this has to do with you not truly knowing who you are. And the whole feminist movement, it's really pretty much about that. Because if you know who you are, I mean, you technically want to be, you telling men, I could do what you do. Can you do what they do? Of course you can. But if you in your power, what would you want to do with what they do? You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, there's nothing, I don't want to do nothing that the next man is doing besides me doing what I want to do. Or in accordance to who I am. And they don't understand that by them saying it or doing it that way, that's what competing with men is. That's what the competition is. Whereas you shouldn't even want to compete for what? Because what you do, no man can do. And no man ever claim to do what you can do unless if that nigga's gay. And even if that nigga's gay, you're going to look at him and laugh. All these niggas like, what was that nigga, man? He was having, this nigga, like, there was a light-skinned nigga that was saying women are bad at being women. And he was a gay guy, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, women are bad at being women. Like, who's best at being a woman? You a better woman than a fucking woman, nigga? And that's what you see. You know what I'm saying? That's these niggas competing with you. They got a fatter ass than you. They know how to work their ass. Like, what the fuck? Like, how are you a better woman than a fucking better than a woman? And why would you even worry about being a better woman? Like, they're not doing their job right. Yes, if they're not, like, is it a man's place to do it better than them? So this nigga was revealing his whole faggot shit. What's that nigga's name, man? I can't recall this motherfucking name, but he had Candace Owen when Candace was talking about some other shit. If you know what I'm talking about, then you'll see what I'm saying. Technically it was saying, because he was saying some shit about transgenders. Like, Candace was trying to tell him, hey, listen, like, what the fuck was it? It was some shit about this bitch that was trying to be black, but she's white. And then this nigga said that bitch is crazy. But you don't see a bitch who's trying to act like or a nigga trying to act like a bitch, or a bitch trying to act like a nigga. You don't see them as being crazy? I mean, there's nothing a woman has that I would want to be. Or I would tell a bitch that I could do better than you. For what purpose? My thing would be this. If you do it better than me, baby, well, nigga, that's why I got you. I mean, the idea of having a team, a band, they all do not play the same instrument. The nigga that plays the guitar because that's what he's good at. If we are to be a team, well, nigga, well, shit. I'm glad you good at what you do. That's why I picked you, bitch. Well, I mean, are you looking for a team? Well, what the fuck are you looking for? Like, because then again, we're not showing how we complement each other. That's not the conversation. So for you to become mentally balanced, you have to look at all these things. We are living in a culture where, it's the battle between the sexes. That's what relationship is. So now even when you're dating, it's a war. Dating in the United States is a war, bro. You're trying to set the bitch up. She's trying to set you up. It's like, that's what the fuck is happening. It's war. It's the battle between the sexes. Nothing else, nothing more. Even when you watch the movie Only Two Can Play That Game, that's what they were showing you. And then at the end, that bitch tell you when it comes to love, you do some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, nigga. Can you wonder why we're living in this society that we're living in? And then now you're going to talk about dating nowadays? Oh, yeah. What are you surprised about? What's the commotion? Can you see why this is an exact representation of how we are, who we are? The reality is not really the dating pool that is suck. It's the people that all suck. There's no growth, there's no development, a bunch of stupid motherfuckers. And this is the niggas that you go to a club and that's looking for a man, and those are the niggas that you're finding. They don't know who they are, they have not put the work in, and that's what it is. And now you're looking for, and quote unquote, a good one. But a good one is simply somebody who know who they are. You cannot fall in love with a bitch who do not believe in love, bro. She'll be laughing at you. You guys are talking about women who's not looking for love, who needs money. I've seen this thing, like this bitch was telling this nigga, you gotta pay for all my friends. And this nigga made a video out of it. What was the point? Are you saying that when you're dealing with a bitch that don't love you, that's what they do? Or are you saying that's how women are? Do you see the difference? And then now you have these motherfuckers are telling you, yo, man, this is how women are. That's why we travel and live in the States. And all that shit. Like, what the fuck, nigga? You dealing with a bitch that didn't love you. Take it to the chin. Learn how to love with a broken heart. You made a bad decision. In fact, she was honest enough for you to let you know the truth. And that truth was, nigga, I don't love you. A woman that loves you protect your money. Not only she wouldn't let you to spend too much money on her, although she would still enjoy it. Let alone now for you to spend your money on her friends that you know women like to compete with their girlfriends. Do you see what I'm saying? And then now you're going to talk about this is how women are. Now you generalize the shit. Oh my God. Like, it's like when I look at shit like that, it's like, I don't even like, I'm like, whoa. I don't know what to say. And now these are the niggas that you're going to get relationship advice from. Those are your relationship coach. To teach you what exactly. And then the shit is so fucking clear too. A lot of these niggas are single too. That's why a lot of those dating coach, they teaching you how to be bitter just like the person who hurt you. That's truly what they're doing. Oh no, now you gotta know your worth. Okay, knowing your worth means what? When he calls you, you don't answer the phone? That's how you know your worth? Or you gonna let him know that you're worthy? Come on, man, you doing the same shit that motherfucker was doing. Somebody calling, yo, you could respectfully tell the nigga not to call you anymore. Why would you want anybody to chase you any fucking way? Especially if you don't love the nigga. You want somebody to chase you that you don't even fucking love? How low is that shit? Like, for me, that's why I tell niggas, don't even chase, nigga, I don't want, like, okay, I'm a man, I get it. I shouldn't be, nigga, I'm not even chasing a bitch, nigga. How about that? But again, with women, it's a little bit different. It's not necessarily chasing. You know, there's a certain way that he would react. You have to understand, right? That's what a woman does. But at the same time, when a woman don't fuck with you too, you gotta know the difference. There's a difference between, I don't like you, and then she's right next to you. And then when a bitch telling you I don't like you and she's not even next to you, you gotta know the difference. And in either cases, you gotta know how to deal with them. But anyway, why am I fucking talking about this shit? Spirit, get me out of this fucking shit. Anyway, but I guess I was saying all of that to say, man, the lack of understanding, or, man, the collective consciousness is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And the lack of, man, this shit is real, man. The lack of knowing, the lack of understanding, it's all around us. Then you have, I mean, the how chaotic this whole shit is. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. This shit is chaotic as fuck. Now I understand, like, not now at the second, but I could see why this is the wilderness, man. It's wild out here. Even when you look at, what people are like, the miseducation and the lack of knowledge is, it's and how do you have a society like this when we're calling this the age of Aquarius, where you could find book everywhere, any type of conversation that you have. And that's why I always tell niggas, man, and I always knew it was never the case. This is why in spirituality we understand the initiations. We understand it's no, we don't cast our pearls before swine. When you don't talk all truth to people, it's not because you're trying to hide anything. Like for me, there's a lot of conversation I don't have with you guys. Not that I'm trying to hide, I would love to share, but you don't even understand this. What the fuck else am I going to share with you? Unless if I want to show you how knowledgeable I am. Unless if I want to show you, you know what, I'm special. I have this encounter with spirit. To what point? And trust me, I don't mean no disrespect, but I don't need your validation. I don't need your validation. I'm doing this for the ones who, who's gonna need it. And if it's useful to you, and I would tell you this, keep going, King. Oh, Queen, keep going. Find yourself. I found mine. This is just a testimony to me, nigga. I'm not looking for your fucking validation. This is validating itself. Listen, the usefulness of this message, you will see it in your soul. You would know it when you hear it. And it's only going to be useful to you to elevate you in your own ways. But I get it because a lot of you motherfuckers were raised to have a follower. Then you may want to follow me for a minute. But then again, I got you to let you know, nigga, follow your own fucking self. And there's no issue too in you knowing or willing to follow somebody. But as long as you're following that person, you are applying these things in your life. Then now it's almost like it's different now. It's like you're following me, but you're not following me. You would know what else you need, or, you know what I'm saying? Now I become useful to you. And that's how I'm serving you. And this is how whichever one of you guys want to be, you know what I'm saying, like the oldest, the eldest, or the most, you know what I'm saying, you serve others. That's what this fucking saying is talking about. Oh man, there's so much we talked about here, man. I almost forgot what I came here to talk about. I mean, shit, it is what it is. But ultimately, what we are all talking about here, man, and I want you guys to take with you, is to see the complexity in who we are. We are not what we appear to be. And when you understand that, the whole thing about spirituality, man, it's not even, and even you could see that in relationship, dealing with females, whatever the fuck. And that's why I touch on so many different things, even with having money and all this shit. It's showing you that there is more to you than what you look like. And for you to become Christ-like, or to be Christ-like, I mean, first of all, you have to become that. That transformation, the experience, is where it's at. See, this game is not about yapping. It's all about the transformation. Because without the transformation, you're not living. To live is to transform. To live is to die. You can only transform by dying. That constant transformation from a toddler, from a baby to a toddler, to from an infant, baby, infant, toddler, adolescent, young man, becoming a man, a mature. Like, these are things that are not just physical transformation, bro. That's why when you go through that physical transformation, you also need to go through that same transformation spiritually. You have to. And that's what we're trying to tell you guys, man. Like, to master the man within, to embrace who you are, to become Christ-like, to acknowledge your spirit. There is more to what you look like. And as you're doing so, you're building your character. It's that transformation that we're talking about. That's what being Christ-like is all about. To become powerful, to find that, you know what I'm saying, that's when life has a whole different meaning for you. When you tap into that fucking, to those spaces, you know, it's almost like you have transcended this physical reality. That's what transcendence is. You have transcended this reality. It's not just physical anymore. It's also spiritual. And as you do so, guess what happens? You automatically bypass the material. You don't suppress it now. But then even like I tell people, like for me, there was a point where, you know, when, you know, I used to be big, I wanted to work out, whatever the fuck. But I didn't have the right state of mind. When I adopted the right state of mind, guess what, man? Your boy's sexy like a motherfucker, you hear me? And yet, it doesn't define me neither. It's almost like I always tell people, a strong mind is a strong body, but a strong body doesn't mean a strong mind. That's the difference. When you grab the spiritual side of you, you get best of both worlds. But when you only grab the material side of you, you're losing out on the spiritual. You don't have best of both worlds. That's when you become physical. That's when, you know what I'm saying, you lie, you do whatever the fuck for money. And all that shit, man. You become a criminal, you know what I'm saying, a hater. Like, you can't do shit. You're waiting for people to do shit for you. As if, you know what I'm saying, like with somebody trying to be, like all that shit that comes with it. All the bullshit that it comes with when you don't have the spirit. Then now you become lustful, and that's what those 7 sins is all about. And this is where I disagree with that, with the movie 7. They were Gnostic too. It was a narcissistic perspective, which kind of fell short. Because they were telling you it's almost like because you're on earth, this is why it's the earth that's no good. Whereas that's not the point. What makes anything good here is your divinity. And that's what I feel like that movie didn't really show, because they kept talking about, let's just say, the love of money, the nigga that was killing these people. Whereas the reality was because you didn't have God in you yourself. Because having the Spirit of God, man, listen, you have compassion. His joy is understanding. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? But anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys too long, man, because, it's getting a little bit, not really late, but I got to go to a cookout and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Nigga, I'm out here, but I got other things to do, you feel me? But I definitely wanted to say something today, man. I was so fucking inspired. Well, I guess eager more to come behind this camera, but, as you can see, the conversation, shift into so many different angles. But that is necessary. But ultimately, what I want you to keep in mind is to have a total vision. It's to go beyond the physical. And only when you do can you truly understand the physical. And that goes to show you that's what this is, a fucking illusion. Because nothing is what it seems, it's what it's looked like. So for you to understand what this shit is like, you got to go beyond what it looks like. So only then can you grasp what this shit is really like. Do you understand? You know what I'm saying? This is why you're dealing with energy. So even though when we talk about spirituality, yeah, this is all spiritual. It's all mental. You gaining weight, you losing weight, you making money, you investing your life, you changing your life. It's all fucking mental. So nothing is done through the material side per se, just for you. That's why you can't just make money just to make money, nigga. What are you selling? How are you helping the people? Or what are you giving them? Put it however you like. What are you giving them? What's happening? To give is to receive. Those are all spiritual matters. That's why even when you see people arguing, saying all that shit, you know what I'm saying, it's all spiritual. What that is it's a lack of understanding, a lack of connection. Then you don't truly know who you are. This is why now we're here to save you. Or as the good shepherd, to help you, to guide you into where you need to go, which is your true self, your inner self. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here, guys. I guess that is the message. And what I need to talk about, I will be talking about it. But today's not the day. Obviously, Spirit took over and there was other shit that I needed to talk about. So we're going to leave it here. Before I let you guys go, always remember, man, what you do for money, you do it badly. You heard me? To do, you have to be. And the remedy of the pain is in the pain. So those are all the gems, the fundamentals that you need in this reality for you to transcend it. And transcending this reality also means too, you understand good and bad. It's two sides of the same coin. A lot of us who became great, we needed opposition. You need somebody to laugh at you for you to make your art better. And not even just laughing at you because of your art, but also for you to understand, hey, it's your self-expression. It's okay if you don't like it, but you keep getting better. But in so many words, it's like, it's for you to master the man within. For you to get to a point where you're doing shit not for external reward, but because it's the right thing to do in you. Then your action become powerful, and not talk about the reward system. Get out of that shit. Because it's mainly getting you to think outside of you. Anything that gets you to be outside of you, don't do it. You don't fucking want that shit. it's not doing nothing for you. I mean, literally. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when a nigga like 50 Cent told you, yo, listen, man, I thought having a lot of money was going to, you know what I'm saying, everything, and then he lost his family, his son. You know, those are the things that comes with it. And everybody who has successful, they know that too, man. Listen, man, the pain. We talk about the pain, the opposition we had to go through. And all of that, it's simply letting you know, listen, nigga, you got to do it truly for yourself. And that's what those motivational speakers are trying to let you know by, when you want success, you got to breathe it. You got to want success like, you know what I'm saying, you under the water, you dying, I still want it. See, that's why I also call these motherfuckers thieves too, because they're not telling you the truth. Ultimately, what they truly telling you is, you got to be you, bro. Find your inner self. That's truly what they're telling you. Because if your inner self, you're in alignment with your inner self, and then you're not succeeding, so what? So what, man? And that's how you're getting better. I can't recall, or was it the Ford nigga? When that nigga said, was it Ford or whichever nigga, like the Edison, the light bulb motherfucker. When this nigga said, nigga said, nah, man, I learned 350 ways on how it does not work. That's not failing. Because obviously, it's working now, is it not? And that's what this nigga didn't tell this bitch, or this nigga, whoever asked him this question. It's working now, is it not? So how did I fail when it's working now? It all contributed to what I needed to learn, nigga. If you're learning how to ride like a two-wheeler bicycle, nigga, well, guess what's gonna happen? You're gonna fail until you find that balance on how to, when you get on that bike, you find the balance, then you can pedal that bike, man. That's all it is. How you, let's just say, the failure that you were failing, how you were failing, it wasn't a failure. You were learning how to find the balance so you could pedal. Man, listen, man. Again, this is not even no positivity talk, man. This is your fucking reality. And that's why Christopher Nolan has this saying, and is one of his, in Batman, when he was saying, why do we fall? You fall so you know how to get up, bro. This is not so positivity thinking, or no, this is your fucking reality. How do you get to walk right now if you're walking? You busted your ass, nigga. You had to fail. So failure doesn't stop you from being a success, bro. It helps you to be successful. So the idea of you afraid of failing, well, you're not going to succeed neither. And that's why they're telling you too, there's so many different levels of failure too. Or fears. The fear of being whatever the fuck. They showing you on each level too. Each, how the fuck do they say that shit? New level, new devil. So the opposition is always going to be there. You have to embrace the opposition and understand how it works. So now, let's just say if I come from being poor to be there's going to be another set of challenge that comes with that too. So I could embrace it. That's why they tell you, if you're not happy with little, nigga, you're not going to be happy with a lot. It's desire, and it's two things that has to be true at the same time. It's having this car. Am I not happy? Yes. But does that car define my happiness? No. It's to be desired and not to be desired at the same time. This is how you find your true foundation. This is when you truly become balanced. You have embraced the physical and the non-physical. And this is how you transcend this reality. Transcending this reality doesn't mean you don't talk to nobody, you don't go to parties, you don't, no, nigga. And this is where I could tell you too. Now, the Buddhists talked about the non-attachment, meaning I could go to a party now, but I'm not attached to it. It doesn't define me. So I understand it from both perspectives, but I also understand, back to what I was saying, the word detachment in itself kind of could throw you off. I could see why and how it could throw you off. But ultimately, it's not really that you are detaching, really, but it's truly that, you're not even attached to begin with. You are experiencing it. You understand this is just an experience, but you're not caught up in the illusion part of it. This is why you have to learn how to embrace the negativity and the positivity in your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why it's important for you to embrace negativity, yet not for you to be negative. Me embracing negativity in my life does not make me negative. In fact, to be optimistic, like I always tell niggas, man, is to have a positive outlook. Outlook, that's the key word. That means you're looking at something fucked up that take place, and then now you're seeing the positivity in that fucked up shit. Like, I was illegally adopted. I was raised with people that was taking advantage of me. Everything they did, I turned it into gold. They wanted me to hate myself, nigga. I love myself. They wanted me to be ashamed of who I am, nigga. What? You crazy? You crazy? How? Just like going back to what this bitch was telling me, and while she's stealing my money to let me know because I don't have money, like I mean nothing. How? And the only reason why she even said that to me, because again, she couldn't understand why you don't have money, you happy. Who the fuck do you think you are to be happy without even having money? And guess what? And all this time, even though I didn't know I have money, I have a bunch of fucking money. I'm a fucking millionaire, nigga. This is the life of a poor millionaire. But yet, money was never the thing that guided me. Meanwhile, this bitch was stealing from me, trying to make me feel bad, and no wonder why she's stealing from me. Do you see what I'm saying? In Haiti, we have this saying that says, the people that steal from you will never be greater than you. How do you steal from me and you think you're greater than me? That even go against, and these people are Haitian too. Do you see how hard-headed they are? It's not nothing that they haven't heard before. So you're trying to minimize me while you're stealing from me. And guess what, man? Because I know who I am too. Meanwhile, I don't know who I am. Do you see what I'm saying? Who you are is who you are, man. You can't tell me nothing, nigga. No matter where I go, I'm always gonna be the show. Not because I'm trying to be the show. Not because that's because I'm always me, nigga. That's because I'm me. And I'm not seeking for validation neither. I'm the light of the world, so I'm gonna shine, nigga. When I step into the building, what's up, man? The Godfather's here, man. Oh, this is gonna happen. When I step in the building, listen, man, we're giving blessings to the children, man. Let the kids come to me. We're gonna bless them. Anybody I touch, what's going on, homie? You going through some hard time? You could, listen, man, you gotta earn your stripes, baby. As I'm earning mine. And they put me through it, not knowing I was what? You ain't doing nothing, man. You ain't strong enough. I'm too big for y'all niggas. You know, and that's why, you know what? Guess what? Okay, you bigger than me, fine. Let's see how you handle yourself. Some of them can't even handle going to jail, nigga. You're not even being you. If you do all that shit, now you don't want to be in jail. You don't want to, like, what the fuck? Like, that. This is where, like, you guys, like, it's a turn off for me, man. Like, you guys are, you know, you don't even stand up behind what you do. Like, I don't know what type of gangsters you guys are, man. But for me, if I were to be a gangster, I would be that American gangster, like in Denzel, man. I would be the nigga who have to kill that nigga in Harlem in daylight. If I'm gonna be a gangster, that's the type of gangster I would wanna be. I don't know what type of gangster that you are, claiming to be streets and doing all that shit. Like, you can even do that right. You choose to be bad, you can even be bad. Like, you're not even bad. And you definitely not good. Do you wonder why you fake? Or you can't do nothing anyway? Or don't represent anything? But anyway, and these are the people who want me to be afraid of you. I never respected you guys. Never had a respect for you. Because I knew you guys wasn't shit. And right now, what's happening here, you're proving me right in everything. You know what? When it comes out, you'll tell me. That's why, I mean, I can't even, you know how you want to insult people? Like, I can't even insult these motherfuckers because that's who they are. It's like, I would call you gay or suck a dick, but you sucking dick. Like, what is there for me to tell you? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Besides you being a liar, you're just going to lie to yourself. You're just being exposed. You're just being exposed. But there's nothing really, like that's why these niggas, like, I can't even, But justice will be made, though. Oh, yeah. Now, justice. Let me tell you about justice. Hey, listen. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be that part. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go yet again. You know what I'm saying? Think outside of the box. Embody this whole life. You know, just like when you go out, you know, today, July 4th, you drink, you do all that shit. Yo, do all that shit. But also feed your mind. It's got to be fed. Those are different aspects of yourself. This is not about one over the other. But when you do the both, then you truly understand. Listen. You're just going to have to figure it out. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys go. It's nothing but love. Aisyen. Bro. Mali, I got to be out, man. It's time for me to celebrate that other part now. I love you motherfuckers, man. I'm out.